Rob Galle, Global Regional Manager for North America at the Siemon Company, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our podcast, Network Connections, the podcast about ICT connections presented by Siemon. Today on our show, I'm pleased to be joined by one of my best friends and the president of our Global Project Services division, Mr. CK Siemon. CK, how's it going today?
Rob, it's going great, but it's absolutely crazy times. COVID has turned the world upside down, but there have been some positives, like spending more time with family and how the Siemon company family has pulled together during these times of crisis. The good news is that based on countries and states, COVID does seem to be on the decline, and hopefully one of our pharma clients could release a new vaccine. Recently, me and John Murphy were on a call with one of those clients, and we asked him, how are you making out with the vaccine? And we've known him for years and years. He gave a really good positive indication that they are really advancing on the vaccine and it should be out fairly soon. So hopefully he's right on that and we'll get a vaccine going.
So CK, the Siemon Company has been your family for 117 years and you're part of a generation of owners. So what's your first memory of the company?
I have many memories, but definitely the first and favorite is walking with my dad from our Nova Scotia Hill Road house down to my dad's office, which was located across from the Princeton building. And his office actually overlooked this beautiful pond. And up on the hillside is where John, Hank, and myself went to school, Hemingway Park School. And in the middle of his office was this beautiful apple desk. And he told me the history of it. It was a partner's desk based on the founder, Carl F. Siemon. And, I'm happy to say that desk that I, would use when I was a kid is the desk that I use today, every day. But I think also the best was really meeting the people within the company, such as George Green, who recently passed away. He was my dad's right-hand man, like Tom Costello is for Carl. And I know that you worked with my dad, too, as well. And I'm so glad you had a chance to kind of meet with him and work with him. Do you have any memories you want to share?
Yeah, your dad was a great guy. He was, he was off the chart smart, but he was just a fun person to be around as well. And yeah, I do remember when I first started at the Siemon Company, we would do meeting records and talk through what some of our meetings were. And on a monthly basis, I would get something mailed from your father to me, and it'd be what it was a package with all my meeting records printed out, and he went through each one of those and would comment like, hey, really interesting, really good to see, or offer some advice or even correct spelling. So I remember I spelled rapport wrong one time and he corrected that. So that still stands out to me. But he was really a great guy, and what a leader for the company, and and he did a great job instilling a great work ethic with you guys too. So yeah, really fond memories of your dad.
Thank you for that, Rob. Awesome. Yeah, just great memories there.
Yes. So at what age did you start at the Siemon Company?
God, I'm 56 now, and I started when I was 16. So it's hard to believe, man. It's been like 40 years. I started as a tool maker and working on Bridgeports, lathes, and grinders. It's amazing that I still have my fingers and my eyesight today. But more important, it's amazing that I never hurt anybody as well. The next job I had was working with Phil Mackey in shipping. Back then, we worked in the Quonset hut, which is where the assembly building is now. And they had a mezzanine where, all the boxes would be staged for the trucks. And I swear, Rob, the average temperature was 100 to 125 degrees. But, just great
Wow.
memories in that building, with Phil and longtime friends like Beth Brzee, Lynn, Barbara, and many more that are still with the organization today. So then after that, I was in college. During those college years, I spent time as a customer service / TSG type role with my brother Hank. This is where I really found that I liked dealing with the installers and the distributors and positioning our products with active equipment such as PBXs and key systems, and designing pre-connectorized blocks to make the assembly. or the connection point quicker with key systems or PBXs. Then after I was done with college, my brothers gave me a chance to travel this new territory as an RSM. The territory was a little bit different than what it is today. My territory stretched from all of New England all the way down to Washington, D.C., West Virginia, Ohio Valley, up to Michigan, all the way up to Toronto, Montreal. So it was definitely a different landscape than what we have today. When I was traveling, though, I really found out that installers played a key part of what we did. And I really thought, we really need to train them and educate them on our product sets more. And at that time, AT&T was promoting, they had a product set called the 88 block, which they switched over to the 110 block, that they were really pushing a full end-to-end system that they called a premise distribution system, PDS. And, I kind of thought, we really need to compete against that. So with marketing and field knowledge and working with my brother Carl, John, and Nancy Jones, we moved to launch the Siemon cabling system and started to build our global network of certified installers trained on our full end-to-end system. Other programs that I launched during that time would be the consultant program and also our project assistance program called PAP program. These provide me a chance to travel throughout the world and build up our training talent like Woody Fang and many other team members to expand our Siemon certified installer network worldwide.
Wow, you've done a lot over the years, and I know you have traveled extensively, and yeah, you've done a great job. And I can tell you this, that a lot of our customers that you initially called on when you were doing field sales are still our customers today. So you laid the groundwork, and you've done a great job, CK. I've always said you've been the best salesperson in our company. So CK, for those who might be unfamiliar, what is the Global Project Services division of our company? So what is what we call GPS?
Yeah, Global Project Services, as you mentioned, we call it GPS, really came from the needs of our Siemon cabling system clients that did not have staffs to manage the installation quality of the remote sites. As I was positioning our PAP program, our project assistance program with clients, they gave me really voice of clients that, they do the big sites really well, but they don't do the remote sites well because they didn't have people at those remote sites. And they would have a hard time really identifying installers that would do a quality job. So what they were looking for is, the terminology is one throat to choke or turnkey layer one cabling service. And not one did not exist, but what's amazing is that one really doesn't exist today. And so it was really our early clients who really drove the GPS program. This goes back to 1999 and 2000, and having portal activities that clients could see didn't really exist back then. And so that was a huge breakthrough.
So, one of the cool things that I think about GPS, it actually gives like your your team an opportunity to work together with our enterprise sales team. And it's, I think it's just really a great, teaming effort. And anything you want to comment about that?
Yeah, one is the slogan we have, one Siemon, one team. That really kind of ties this all together because you can't do it alone. The enterprise sales team, just like our first initial GPS clients, we worked with on setting up GPS for the remote sites to make sure that they are compliant. Those salespeople are going to be dealing with clients that have the same need. So it really has been a great collaborative effort. We have over 16,000 projects, and we have great past history. So it's really our worldwide sales team that brings us into the clients, and it's Team GPS that positions the value-added services for those clients.
Yeah, definitely great teamwork, CK. So I want to shift gears here for a little bit. So do you remember when we first started working together? Do you have any memories of that? I don't know. Loaded question here, I guess. But
what a loaded question that is, man, to be honest with you. Many throughout the years, a lot with our close friend Bob Carlson. And a lot of these stories would be told probably, Rob, better over a beer than on this podcast. The three of us definitely had a motto, which was work hard, play hard. And I think we did that extremely well. Like the time that you and your brother put my brand new Audi on Craigslist before we had our global planning meeting. So we're in this global planning meeting, and my phone starts lighting up like a Christmas tree. And I look over to you and Bob, and you guys had these big smiles on your face, and you guys are grinning like crazy. And I knew that you guys were up to it. And
Well, no. Well, thanks. Well,
especially
CK,
now.
I have to correct you though. It was actually on autotrader.com. So that was where your car was put for sale. And I remember that was a while ago, but I do remember we're sitting in this meeting, and Bob Carlson was sitting directly across from me, and every time your phone would ring, you would walk in the back of the room and you'd take the call, and you're like, no, I'm not leaving the country. My car's not for sale. And I remember just looking over at Bob Carlson, and he was biting his knuckles, laughing so hard. So,
Oh man!
And it went on for like over a day. So, it was
over
good.
A day, a full week.
Yeah. I also remember, one time we went to a client site, and we dressed up. We gave a presentation, so we were in suits. And after the meeting, the client, he's like, "Well, come on, guys, get in your car and follow me. I want to show you something." And I remember we were driving for about 30 minutes, and we were now in the country, and we're going down a dirt road, and we pulled up to this, basically a farm. And I guess, the client, he just purchased a farm, and, he wanted to show us his property. So we walked the whole property, and, sidestepped a lot of objects on the ground, and checked out his farm. And then I remember, we helped him, remove hay and feed from his truck, and we were working in our suits, and I remember that. So anyway, we've had a lot of good times, and I know everybody's healthy and happy at your home. Without mentioning specific customers, can you give our listeners an idea of the way your GPS team has been helping serve the community during the pandemic?
Absolutely, yeah. Pharmas would be, Rob, probably our largest vertical for GPS, and many of our pharma clients need to expand their operations during the COVID-19 crisis, but because of travel restrictions, they weren't able to send their staff members over there to do needed assessments. So for many clients, we sent our teams out there. Our tagline is GPS, the people network for your network, and they're really tied in true. A good example would be one of our clients in Germany. They weren't able to send their techs over to a site over in the UK. They contacted Ian's team. Ian was able to go in there, do the sites, not only do the site assessment, but also do the overall deployment. So, a lot of clients really leaned on GPS when there were these travel restrictions, because we have our staff members in countries. We have our great network of global certified installers there too as well. So it really worked out well for a lot of our clients that were expanding.
Oh, that's great, CK. So I know we're running out of time here, but I just wanted to say, thank you, for all the energy and the passion you bring to the company, and all the help you've done with all of our partners throughout the globe. And it's really been great working with you. I've really enjoyed my 22 years of working together with you. And one thing that is really evident, we have some great employees with the company. And we've got a lot of great partners all throughout the globe, within our channel and within our end user community. And I just it's been an honor to work with you and with all the great people that we've been working with over the years. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Rob, time does fly, man. It's hard to believe it's been 22 years. It seems like yesterday when we first met, to be honest with you. And one thing I do want to mention too, Rob, is we survived for 117 years based on, really our people, our hardworking, dedicated people. And I take great pride as the fourth generation, and we have Henry coming up as the fifth generation, to witness the resiliency of our global team. Really, like we were saying before, that one Siemon, one team. And that can-do attitude that they have during these trying times. I sincerely want to thank all of our employees for, during, this crisis, getting into work. We have a lot of hospitals, as you know, Rob, a lot of pharmas that were needing to expand their networks during the COVID, and these brave people went to work every day and shipped out product. So, I just want to really say thank you to the Siemon team for, keeping every one of our operations open throughout this COVID crisis was amazing. So just great job, team, and thank you.
That's all for today's episode of Network Connections presented by Siemon. Thanks for listening, and thank you, CK, for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to the Siemon Company YouTube channel so you never miss an episode. Upcoming episodes will feature more Siemon ICT industry experts that will deliver insight into innovative IT infrastructure solutions that connect our world. From all of us here at the Siemon Company, we hope you and your family are staying healthy and safe. Take care and see you next time.